Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my developer vlog series, where today we are going to have a look at all the progress I've made in the past 2 weeks on StrateZ. And things have been going quite well. Of course, my goal for this past fortnight was to continue on with the Marauder campaign and make the On the Run mission, as well as the Through the Sewers. So after you've broken out all your comrades from the jails around Sanctuary, you're out in the countryside now trying to get away and get some distance between you and the survivors, and that brings you to the On the Run map here, where your Marauder faction will start up here in the northeastern corner by this roadside way station, where you set up your outpost, you got some resources and a couple of basic units to get you started, and your goal for this one is to head on to the south side of the map, where you have the beginnings of the outskirts of a city, and you kind of want to make it in there because, well, the survivors probably won't follow you in that way because of all the zombies and such. And so you need to defeat the zombies to, clear the way, and the goal is to ultimately open up this manhole cover here to get into the sewers, as that is gonna be the only way into the city over here. And that will lead us, of course, into the next map, the Through the Sewers. Well, let's talk about this map as a whole. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's, just sort of the more general outside map, as we have had in a lot of times. And we start over here in that way station. We've got a small housing community down here, a single farm with a small little junkyard over here, as well as an encampment of former military stuff, and a crashed plane. Now, as for the different parts of the world, you'll be able to find a lot of additional extra resources. Say, for instance, over here at the old camp, it's got a few zombies in it, but also has a couple of different of the, oh my god, blanking on words here. The treasure objects of the supply crates, there we go, for you to go and grab, as well as some ammo resources. Over for the plane crash, that also has some lovely resources here, as well as a number of zombies, because, well, plane crash, they're the people who quote-unquote survived, but, not really, because they're mindless shamblers now. We also do have a number of resources over in this small little trash heap, where we've got 2 supply crates, some scrap, and also some food down here by the farm. And yeah, that's really it for the resources on this place. Other than that, it's a pretty basic map. We go through all the housing areas on south, take out the zombies, who do, of course, have a nice clear shot towards you, so you'll probably be attacked fairly quickly. Now, there still does need to be some balancing done on this map, and I think I actually may give the zombies a few more units besides just the one worker zombie at the moment, so that they can perhaps attack you even more quickly, just to sort of get things kicked off. So yeah, there's definitely still some balancing to do there, and making the map a little bit more difficult, because right now, honestly, it's not too bad, but the world is created. I'm happy about that. I like where everything sits. I like where all the resources are. I like our starting area over here. Just the one big thing I need to do is make it a little bit more difficult for you, the player. Now, that brings us on, of course, to the next map, the Through the Sewers, which was a fun one to build. This one is another sort of interior one, much like the, the first map that we had in the bunker, except now it's in the sewers. And I originally wanted it to be similar to the first map for the zombie campaign, where you were just trying to, make it through the place with a small group of units. But I changed my mind on that and actually made it so you have to build in the sewers. I've got some ideas for, the voice acting bits on this for when you build the outpost, making a joke about how the hell did we get an RV down here, but oh well. But yeah, so I think that'll be fun. So we have the Marauder factions starting off over here where they're entering the sewers. Let me actually click on one of these people here so we get a better look. There we go. So that is going to be the entrance to the sewers there. And you've got 2 scroungers, 2 gunners, and a convict. So you've got a fair amount of stuff to get going. And you're going to want to build in the only place you have available to build, right in here. And that's all you got, so you're gonna have to make some options about what to build as well. Basically, you're gonna wanna build the outpost, because of course, you can fit 1 camp in here for a couple of extra people, and you can fit maybe another one if you really want to. You could probably also fit in the repair camp, but I mean, that would be super weird but amusing to drive trucks around in the sewers. But yeah, you're gonna really be pressed for space just having this little bit of area to build in here. For me, I've been just building an outpost and 2 bunks. That fits in nicely and gives us 15 troops to work with, because you're gonna need soldiers, because this map is the first time the Marauders face both the zombies and the survivors. The whole sort of point to this one is that, well, you know, you're gonna have some more zombies here that you're gonna have to face and destroy, because, well, they're pretty close by you and are gonna be an immediate threat. But the ultimate goal is to work your way down the sewers through here, where you find other resources, and down to where the survivors, a new faction of survivors you've never met before, have an encampment in the sewers where they've been scavenging stuff from the city. And your ultimate goal in this mission is to steal their sewer boats, which will take you to the next map, which I haven't named yet, but is going to take you back out into the world, into the city proper, where you're gonna be facing, well, a lot more zombies, a lot more survivors, and have a lot more to deal with. So I quite like this. It's just a small little pre-built encampment so that the survivors, they aren't gonna be able to build anything new, and they only have enough for 10 units between one set of bunks here and their outpost. So yeah, they're not going to be a huge threat. The bigger threat is going to be these zombies, because, well, they're right here. They can right off the bat get 25 units going and make your life hell, since you're right there. And of course, the sewers are also strewn about with a load of different mindless zombies all over the place. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this one went. I do still have more balancing to do on this one, like with the last. The bigger problem I have here, and I'm trying to figure out some ways to make it better, is, I don't know why, but despite the fact that this actually has the least amount of objects in the world of any map I've built, I think, it has the lowest frame rate. I think it's because, and actually I'm pretty confident in the fact that it's because I have a lot of light objects, thus casting a lot of shadows, and so I may cut down on the light objects, because things like, say, these lights right here, I mean, it's got the actual bunker light thing object there, and also the light itself. And I don't know, I may just have those off, because the world does have just a general ambient glow to it, but I really do like having these lights there. But yeah, the problem is I think there's far too many lights casting far too many shadows that are being a bit of an issue. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something there. I may have to take out all these lights, because as you can see, there are dozens of them. I've got loads all around the place, because I like the ambience that it creates, but it may be an issue with the frame rates. So yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with that some more. It's still a playable frame rate. Normally I get 60 to 80 frames when I'm testing with this stuff, and in here I get 30. So, I mean, it is a big drop, but it's still a playable one. But yeah, I definitely need to streamline all of this a lot more. But still, it's playable. I'm happy with it for the time being, to release it for you guys to test, to tell me what you think. But yeah, there is definitely some balancing there. Now, as for what I need to do in the coming 2 weeks, well, I'm already working on the next map, the final 2 maps of the Marauder campaign. And then after that, I've got a lot of more balancing, fixing, bug stuff and all that to finish. And yeah, things are coming along pretty well, though. I'm very happy with where we're at, and things are moving along. And I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far, but that is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and you do check out the download link in the description, and I would love to hear what you guys do think on the progress so far, and what these maps are like to you. That's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and come back for the next one. Until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.